6:42. And it's Thursday morning, but we're already thinking about the weekend and the weather ahead. But first, we're taking a live look outside. It still looks spooky out there.
It does. It does. This is the weather stem camera at the FSU Reserve. And kind of scary out there, too. Still dark. I think everything is just in the Halloween spirit right now.
Even Rob, are you in the Halloween spirit?
Absolutely. It's very Halloweenish out there with the weather. We had the full moon yesterday, right? We've got some of those spooky clouds up there. So it's all kind of coming together. I just wish maybe we could have some more of that October-like weather that we had for a couple of days earlier this week. It started to get a little toasty yesterday, and it is a little bit more muggy out there this morning. It's not middle of August kind of muggy outside, but I definitely think you're going to feel a little difference. Now, highs today should likely get into those lower and mid 80s. The key is going to be how stubborn are those clouds, and I think they're going to be pretty stubborn today. We might even be able to find a few scattered showers, but I don't think everybody gets wet. Over the next 24 hours, we're going to keep the clouds around. That means tomorrow morning going to be very similar to this one. There are showers out west. There is some moisture out there, so the chance to shake out a few showers is real, but it's real small, like a 30 or 40% chance at best, which is better than a 0% chance. And I know a lot of our areas could use a little help for those thirsty lawns, gardens, and greens. It's 61 right now in Thomasville, 62 Valdosta. We're at 65 in Tallahassee. There's a little bit of a breeze that's turning more towards the south. Most areas between 60 and 65. I mean, it's a little warmer at Apalachicola, 67. A little cooler in Live Oak and Homerville in Tifton, where it's 59. But most areas just up over 60. I don't see a lot of fog out there, even with a small breeze only. I see that area of high pressure. You can see where these yellow arrows are all sort of spinning clockwise. That's that bubble of high pressure finally out into the Atlantic, and that's opening the door for this next boundary to make some progress. The problem is the energy driving this boundary is way on off to the north. So this boundary will likely get pulled apart and end up these two air masses sort of mixing together. If we're going to find some showers and a little extra muggy, that's today, tonight, tomorrow. And then as we get to the weekend, some of that drier air tries to seep on in, and maybe we can thin out the clouds a little bit for the weekend, get a little brighter setup, and that likely means a little warmer in the afternoons, but maybe a little cooler in the evenings and overnight. So not a bad looking weekend forecast at all. These showers, they're going to try. I think there's going to be better chances for showers early next week and maybe again late next week as everything starts to move a little bit faster next week. And that means we bring in a couple of different weather systems, which is actually fairly common as we move through October into November. This is the time of the year for everything to start perking up a little bit with the speed. Now, things are not perking up out over the Atlantic. That's the way we like to see it. Very quiet in the tropics. Let's hope they stay that way. On the Gulf today, winds out of the south and southwest 8 to 16, maybe a little bit breezy for the boaters. Got the low tides first up after 9. 50s and 60s this morning, going to make it into the 80s this afternoon. We'll put the rain chances like 30, 40%. I think tonight into tomorrow, we'll keep it in the 60s and a little bit more muggy. Here comes that extended forecast. Most of our area is going to see a steady diet of mid 80s and low 60s. That's a little warm for this time of the year. But you know what? Not uncomfortable.